Okay, guys, I am back. Yes, I lost a lot of weight. Um, I know it's been a minute, but let's just get into it. Okay, it says here Bay Area news anchor pulled off air over dispute about Gabby Petito coverage. Wanted to point out how similar cases involving women of color go ignored. Okay, so it says here, okay, KTVU news anchor Frank Somerville has been removed from air after a disagreement with news director Amber Echo over coverage of the Gabby Petito, you know, I can't use the word, but the case. It says here, according to Mercury News, the disagreement apparently happened earlier this week after the body of Gabby was discovered in Wyoming. She had been reported missing earlier this month while on a cross country camping trip. The FBI has since issued an arrest warrant for Brian Laundrie, Gabby's 23-year-old fiance. KTVU was prepared to air a news report detailing the latest developments in the case. Frank wanted to add a brief tagline at the end of the report and question the level of media coverage devoted to this particular story. Okay, so it said here sources said he wanted to point out that the U.S. media often disproportionately covers tragedies involving young white women while largely ignoring similar cases involving women of color and indigenous this word is hard as kind of indigenous people indigenous people. Frank is the adoptive father of a black teen daughter. He was told that the tagline was inappropriate and apparently he pushed back on it. Sources said that Frank was told by station's management the next day that he was being suspended. Our thoughts on that? Geesh. First of all, I say, I would want to suspend him for something that's true that I think we all know. If we being honest with ourselves, I think we already know that usually it's white women who white blonde or whatever women who usually get these types of attention or like a young child or whatever. That's honestly usually what we see oftentimes that get these big major coverage. Meanwhile, if you're black or other, you don't tend to get that type of attention like that compared to the white girls. And I think he, I think, excuse me, you guys. I, I think that the, clearly he's right and he has a point. Um, However, I think that they would have been embarrassed. The network would have felt embarrassed. I think that if they want to evolve, I think that they rather just do it by action and just let's go on to the next story because the girl is already they found her body. Uh, she's no longer here. So I think that they would be that the way that he would want it to do it and acknowledge it. I think that the woman who pushed back, whoever her name is, or the people at the police, I think that they felt like that would have been embarrassing because it would be like shame on us in a way. You know what I mean? Like this whole entire time we give these types of attention to white women and uh, we don't give it to others and we don't shine light on others, so it makes it feel like like they don't really care, they don't really matter much. And I just think that they push back with when it comes to um, what's his name again, Frank Somerville. They push back on that, was like, nope, we not finna put that tagline on the end of this story with this white girl. Like we not they're not gonna do it like that. Of course they're not gonna do it like that. I think that that's what angered them more so. I think if he just say we should just shine more light on women of color and people of color, and others, and give them that type of attention too. Let's just start doing that. I wonder how they will receive that. They should receive that better. I wonder if Frank had this conversation with them before and say, "Hey, let's start doing this," and it never happens. And so he wanted to have that tagline attached to this white story because it's like, is that the only way we can try to make change and evolve? Let's just have fairness here, like a fair balance. You know what I'm saying? You know, you cover anyone you can. Of course, you can't cover every person on the world in the planet that way. But let's just have like a more a plain even feel. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think that the way that he wanted to do it though, they were like, oh no, like you're not finna embarrass us. You're not finna put this do this whole black thing attach it to this this white girl. This white girl, this story. Like you're not finna attach that to that in that way. You know what I mean? And I guess to be fair, if it was my child, um, I wouldn't want them to uh, bring up a point like that while talking about my child. You know what I'm saying? It's kind. I think if for me, just keeping it real, if it was my child, I would prefer them to either just stop talking about it because they already find my child body, and let's not drag my baby out. Just let us go through our process, and then if you guys want to talk about what y'all lack in the media and covering others, talk about that, but don't do it um, on the back heel of my child, discussing my child. You know what I'm saying? So I think it would have come off kind of looking uh, kind of messy in a way, but I don't think he should get suspended. Um, and I do think that they should just do better. Because now we talking about it. Everybody talking about this, and people in the comment section. This was from Neighborhood Talk. How I come across this information. I'm gonna tell you now. A lot of people in the comment section are not happy. They want Frank Somerville back. They want him. He should not be suspended or anything like that. They are really upset about that. So we all know about it. We have an opinion about it, and everybody's pretty much going to see him accord. So to the woman who pushed back on him and was basically then what's her name anyway? Is Amber? Was it Amber? I said her name. Oh yeah, Amber Echo. Okay, that's the news director. That's the one who told him no and pushing back on him and all that stuff like that. And let's not do that and blah 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 blah. And don't add that tagline. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he shouldn't be suspended though. That's just my opinion. I think he needs to be in his job, and I do think since this is already public and out there, um, do the right thing. And again, I don't even care. Y'all don't need to have a segment and do all of this. In my opinion, just show me with your actions. Like I'm more like what my grandma used to always tell me. Don't tell me you want to do this or change it. Because you already said it before. You lied plenty of times before. Don't lie a second time. Just show me. I want to see what your actions. So for me, I personally feel like with this situation, I don't need y'all to have a segment and talk about how y'all going to do better. I don't need it. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't think anybody really needs that. We just want to see you do better. Okay? We want to see the difference. That's it. That's all. But comment in the comment section what you guys think about the situation um, regarding Frank Somerville. Um, yeah, tell me what you think. Do you think he should have gotten do you think he should have gotten suspended? I say suspended or not. And what do you think should happen moving forward? Okay, so tell me guys thoughts.